So stay with us. Come back every episode for the next 4 weeks as we discuss where do we go from here. Great night, everybody.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.
It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward. We are here celebrating the 52nd anniversary of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I need a little bit more.
What you need?
Happy anniversary. Happy Independence.
Happy Independence,
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
Okay.
To the Bahamas.
See? Anything else?
Pin. My Bahamas pin.
I wanted to have a pin. That's so nice.
You don't have one, I do.
I was told that you can go down to our wonderful licensee, Home Fabrics, to be able to get those pins. So make sure that you go and support Home Fabrics and get your 52nd anniversary pin. And, of course, your Bahamian
Independence
flag.
I feel like we should have opened up singing the national anthem.
Okay, so how about we introduce ourselves first?
Okay.
And then we'll take a break when Alex sings the national anthem. I'm Glendina Sweeting, Manager of Quality Assurance and Special Projects at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and I am joined by this lady that I have to deal with every week and all the time. You know how it goes.
She loves
Alex
me.
Thompson.
That's right.
The Director of Public Affairs at the Downtown Freeport Business Association.
The best association in Grand Bahama.
In Grand Bahama, and it is downtown. We know all of that.
Just so you know.
Yes.
Did you say it right?
I think I did.
DFBA, Downtown Freeport Business Association. I hope when we celebrating our many of years in existence, you have all of my members on the show.
Well, I don't know if that is going to happen, but I can tell you this.
Yes.
Today, we are not in downtown.
We are not in downtown.
Today,
But I like it
we
here.
are in Port Lucaya, in the Port Lucaya Marketplace, at Freeport Jewelers. And we are having a wonderful time, and we have been so welcomed by everyone here at Freeport Jewelers. And of course, if you look just right behind Alex right here, you'll see a wonderful piece. It's called the International Bazaar, and that was created by the incomparable artist Leo Brown, a Grand Bahamian artist that's here and active in that space. And of course, we are so delighted. I literally want to pick it up and put it in my car. Can't do that. I'll have to leave a check behind. But it is absolutely gorgeous, and I believe it's for sale. Is it? It's not for sale. It's sold.
Okay, sold. Okay, then. All right.
But so much more that you can get from artist Leo Brown. So, of course, we definitely want to encourage you to support our creatives and our artists that work in this space as well. But Port Lucaya Marketplace. I did.
I'm just making sure.
And we have to keep talking about it, and there's so much more that we have to share. But we have to get to our guests.
I wonder if we have any free jewelry. I don't know.
With a purchase, maybe.
Right. So everybody wants to laugh at that around the table. You need to go and get your wallet, Mom, because, you know, you can't get jewelry out of the store for free.
Okay.
But, of course, again, thank you so much for being able to join us. And we look forward to having a wonderful day. And at this time, we want to welcome around our circular table today. You know, we have to move. We're live on location, and we have to move around. So every now and again, we get off the oval table, and then we get on the circular one, our round table.
The round
Our
table.
round
circular.
table.
I like the word circular.
So when you see the round table, that means we're on the road.
We're on
Round
the road.
table on the road.
Road and round.
Yes.
Round to road. Oh, I like it. It got a little work to it. A little.
So we want to welcome to our round table today Mr. Navarre Smith in the capacity as the president of the Port Lucaya Marketplace Association. thank you so much for being with us today.
Good morning, Glenda. So nice to be here. Happy to be here.
It's good to have you, and we're going to talk about the businesses just a little bit later, you know, because we like coconut blessings and all of that stuff. But anyways, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that a little bit later. Of course, we want to welcome, I don't believe this is the first time.
No.
This was not the first time, where we have Miss Robin Major, who is the Acting, Entertainment, and Marketing Manager at the Port Lucaya Marketplace. Thank you so much for being with us.
Not a problem. It's a pleasure to be here, Alex and
always
Glenda.
good.
I feel like I need to do a split.
Oh, what? No. This is a lot. You think entertainment?
I think entertainment, I can get the big high kick and the jazz hands and, you know. See? Let's go 1, 2, 3.
Please. Don't encourage her too much. She'll go all the way out there. Just don't encourage her too much. And of course, we want to welcome back to the Focus Forward Roundtable and the lady who is just here making sure that we have a wonderful time in a beautiful place with all of this very beautiful jewelry. And of course, she's not going to give you one for free, but you know, you probably could work out a little deal or something.
Absolutely.
Mrs. Loren Wells Madu, proprietor of Freeport Jewelers, welcome.
Thank you.
That's my sister, you know. My
I
sister from another mister and another mother. Everywhere
I
we go,
believe
people ask
you.
if that's my sister.
You guys
Every
kind of
day.
resemble each other.
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Every day.
You have the same hype and energy that Alex does, because
I can.
okay.
But it's so
there. I
interesting.
can get
Literally,
there.
people are like, Freeport Jewelers. And she's like, people ask all the time, the lady has signature choices. She's like, no.
No.
Do you have that size in? And I'm like, size what?
With the bras in
Yes,
it.
yes. I'm like, no, you know, it's not Alex.
That is really funny. That is really
Always.
funny. Now I know. So let's get into the conversation. We are at the Port Lucaya Marketplace today in Freeport Jewelers, and of course, we want to talk to you guys because we need to know more about what's happening. So if I can start over here, Ms. Robin, tell us a little bit about what's happening around the marketplace.
Well, Glendira and Alex, we've all attended or heard of the Soul of the Hotel, and that had a lot of people buzzing, actually calling in and showing interest in the marketplace. So we are excited about that, and we are also asking persons if you're interested in renting a space here in Port Lucaya Marketplace, feel free to call us, all right? And also, we are so excited about July. We have our entertainment lineup already. I posted it on Facebook as well as TikTok, so you got to follow us on that.
TikToking?
We talking. So I do want to say July 4th, we do have Mango during the day. You know, Mango with his one-man band, and also we do have karaoke in the evening time. We have the Carrying On Band, we have the Deep South Island Boys. So there will be some buzzing in the market square.
We raking and we scraping.
Okay. So persons can come out for the entertainment. What else is there in the Port Lucaya Marketplace for the person that hasn't been here for a while?
Food.
And they're saying, hey, I want to come out for something good. What else?
What I'm saying, and I want people to know this is not just a place where kids come to walk up and down, because that's like the #1 thing a lot of people complain about. It is a family place. We have the food, of course. We have clothing. I don't know if you guys have heard about P and Roy. They recently from
New
Nassau
business.
now. They are here.
got a new deli.
Yes, Lux Deli with Mr. Aubrey, correct.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a family thing. If you want to bring your children, the little kids, they can always go to Triple B's, of course, if the parents want to have a drink or have something to eat at one of the restaurants. So when it comes to food, dining, shopping, and entertainment, Port Lucaya is where it's at.
One-stop
shop.
One-stop shop.
You come dance with me.
If she don't want to dance
she's
with you,
a little
I
bit
will-
too wild.
she
I
will
just-
gladly
Dance with me.
Yeah, you guys do your thing, okay? No problem. But we appreciate that because, of course, we want to get people excited about the Port Lucaya Marketplace.
Exactly.
Lots of businesses that are here, and they really could use the support.
Yes, and this beautiful painting, it took me back as a child.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so the demise of the International Bazaar was, of course, when the demise of the hotel happened. And it's the same thing basically here, but we're still thriving, because you don't want to say the demise of Port Lucaya was because of the demise of the hotel across the street.
Right.
No, we are still here. We are still surviving and also thriving.
Thriving.
We've been through too much.
Right.
So it's time for, it's time for the bounce back.
Yes. I appreciate the resilience of the businesses.
I know.
How
We
many
appreciate
years, Miss Madu, has Freeport Jewelers been here?
In Port Lucaya, about 20 plus years, but we've been open like maybe 40 plus years.
That's more
Because
than
we were in
surviving. That is
international
thriving.
bazaars.
What I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Fantastic.
We have to hold on because I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. What do y'all think?
Of course.
light now. It's
Absolutely.
light
It's
right,
here.
right now.
It's here.
Okay, then.
You see it?
It's
you
here.
see it? You see the light? I was here, the angels.
It's a good light, and there's also a blessing with some coconuts. What you think?
I know.
Since you segue right over here.
I love it.
Right. So there's some new things happening in Port Lucaya Marketplace now, which is the reason why we have Mr. Smith joining us again, because we want to talk a little bit about what's happening. So you're now the new president of the Port Lucaya Marketplace Association. What does that mean? Tell us about this association.
Well, first of all, I want to start by saying that earlier Alex mentioned that the Downtown Business Association was the best one in town. That may have been until a couple of weeks ago.
Clear this air.
That
Clear
may have
this
been.
air.
So now we have the Port Lucaya Marketplace Association. We just newly formed a few weeks ago, and we are here to represent all of the vendors and store owners in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. We tried this before. We tried to do it. It didn't quite happen at that time, but this, because of the developments and the progress that Robin spoke about, and also a few challenges that have not been really addressed properly over the years, we figured now is the best time to get this association off the ground. We were able to do it. We have a dynamic and talented group of who makes up our board. And together we're going to work with all of the stakeholders. You're talking about our members, which would be the store owners, Port Lucaya management, ownership. We want to work collaboratively with everybody in the name of progress. And so as we go on, you're going to hear more about us in the coming weeks and months ahead. We're getting ready to do our first official walkabout and launch shortly. And it's an exciting time. Everybody is so enthused because this is an opportunity for us to have a direct hand in creating the change we want to see in the marketplace as store owners. And we also want to have honest and productive conversations with management and ownership to figure out how can this place be more conducive for all of us to succeed and to be more equitable as we go along. And so that's the focus of the association. We're going to ensure that our members continue to do well in the future and don't get the short end of the stick in any way, shape, or form.
I think this is something for the history books in terms of the Port Lucaya Marketplace, and I believe back in the day we remember it being like the mecca for entertainment.
Right.
But having all of these businesses come together in the form of an association, you can do so much more because this is an ecosystem. So now you guys have some wonderful opportunities. So thinking about where you want to go for the next year, what does that look like in this first year, your inaugural year?
Well, a lot of it is going to be centered around getting all of our paperwork in place, getting up on our list, because we want to do it the right way. We want to ensure that when we step out and we do things, we're legit and we're solid with it. And so we have a few objectives as we go along. We're anxiously waiting a meeting with ownership. We're trying to get that together right now so that we can understand their vision in terms of we were told there's a lot of transformation that's about to take place here at the market. Even when you look at the marina, which has been in a state of disrepair for a very long time, something is going to happen with that soon. We were made to understand. Robin mentioned the hotel across the street and much more. And so after we have that meeting, we would be in a much better position to figure out how could we assist, how could we be a part of the vision of the ownership. We understand that this is a private property, so we can't necessarily tell anybody what to do, but our goal is to try to influence decisions wherever we can in good faith. And so this first year is really about finding our footing, ensuring that we touch base with the stakeholders and make ourselves known and bring awareness that we're here. We're going to do a lot of walkabouts, listening to our members. A big part of what we do has to be it's first and foremost, serving the best interest of our membership is the core purpose of this association, however that may look. And members have had many concerns over the years that they figured have not been addressed properly. And so I want to categorize or coin the first year as a listening tour, or listening campaign. And so that's going to be a lot of what's happening for us right now going forward.
And I love that, Navarre. It actually gives you guys a voice to say what it is that you need, what you want, because without our vendors, without our tenants, what is Port Lucaya? What is it?
So, Lorraine, you've been in Port Lucaya for 20 years now, and listening to Robin and listening to Navarre, my question to you is, of course, being part of this association, what made it seem like a no-brainer for you to get on board, and how do you see it benefiting Freeport Jewelers?
Well, the hope is that they really focus on marketing and trying to bring, you know, customers to the marketplace, because without the customers, I mean, it's difficult to pay bills and, you know, to get our items sold. So I would say that I'm very excited about it, because I think everybody's going to be on the same page. All the businesses, they want customers to come to Port Lucaya. So I think they'll be focusing a lot on marketing this beautiful place with all the jewelry. I mean, you could get everything here, like you said, drinks and food, but you could actually find very nice jewelry.
Yeah, we definitely want to look at all of that. We definitely want to look at all of that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about it. I know there have been attempts in the past to start an association, and for whatever reason, it just didn't work. So, yeah, I'm very pleased. It shows progress and moving forward, and and people are now more open-minded to receive. Yeah, it's not negative. An association is not negative. It's something that actually helps management.
Right.
So that's I like it.
And being able to work together.
I think the participation with the business owners shows that there is the confidence that has increased for Grand Bahama as a whole.
Yes.
Yes. And so now that, okay, I want to be a part, I want to be on board, I want to be a part of this movement and this change. Yes. And I think that speaks volumes, you know, for the business owners and the community as a whole and what's going on. And if I may just pop right over here to you. Now that you see the traction of people calling, what are some of the things that you want to see come into Port Lucaya? Some of the businesses.
Business ideas.
Businesses you want to see in Port Lucaya.
Put it out there.
Definitely a doctor's office. I want to see. That's what I want to see, you know, when our visitors come, because I'm speaking it into existence. When the visitors come, they're going to want, if ever they do need some assistance with a doctor.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
What else would you like in the marketplace?
What else? What do you want to see?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, not necessarily a new addition in terms of a brand new business, but what I would like to see from some of the existing business owners, and particularly those that work in the straw market, authentically Bahamian items, things that are made just by us, not, I mean, I don't want to put the pressure down, right? But not something purchased or resold. Maybe something with an add-on, a Bahamian add-on. You know, you can purchase something from one country and then they send it to the next country, drop a label. But what I want to see is something authentically Bahamian. And the reason for that is because when people come to the Bahamas, that is what they're looking for. Because they can buy certain things anywhere else. You can pick up your phone and you can purchase, right? Yes. But when you come here, you want an authentic Bahamian experience, and you want to have a trinket or something that you can take with you and say, yes, I got this when I was in Grand Bahama. And I think having those kinds of things makes the world of difference when people come and you know, they come to Grand Bahama and they come to the Bahamas and they want to have these experiences. They don't want something that is made somewhere else or they can purchase somewhere else.
Any other place,
Yeah. They want those Instagrammable moments. They want to be able to take photos and share with their friends who may not have the same thing, but it ends up being great marketing for us. Because now they can see that if you want to get one of these, you need to go to Grand Bahama. You need to go to the Port Lucaya Marketplace. Yes.
The authentic providers here. I'm sure you have authentic providers here with the woodwork, the glasswork, the straw work, you know, with the androsia print, the stuff that she makes. We probably need to look at highlighting them, putting up a sign, authentically made.
Yeah.
You know.
What about the conch shell jewelry?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this conch shell jewelry.
So just before we go into the break, yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the conch shell jewelry.
Conch shell jewelry.
First of
That
all,
is
can I hear the
authentic.
ocean in the conch shell? I'm just thinking.
Okay, you're getting too much now. Yes.
No, I'm wondering because you know they say that you always can hear it.
Really?
Now that
We'll
we're
check it
inside
on
the
the break.
building, on the break, we're gonna check it,
you can.
and then
I
I'll
think
let
I've
you
tried it
guys
before.
know. But yes, but the jewelry is beautiful.
Tell us about
The
this
jewelry is
beautiful jewelry that
beautiful.
you have here.
Okay, so a lot of times people think of the conch shell and they think of items that are, I don't know, I'm not bringing down straw market, but they're thinking of something that's on a string or something that's not finely crafted. This is made in sterling silver. It's all polished, finely cut to make something that is very, like, precious. So it becomes a fine piece of jewelry. And it's made from the conch shell. So the varying pinks would determine, like, the depth of the
conch shell.
Right, of the conch shell. So you can
It's
find,
gorgeous.
yeah, some of them are very pink, some of them are a little bit more of a light pink color. But my whole point is that you can find finely crafted Bahamian conch shell jewelry that you can wear out, can wear to work. It isn't just something you would just toss on and, have a piece of rope. It's something that you can really take back home as a tourist and say that they found something in the Bahamas. It's a nice souvenir.
It really is.
Yeah.
Proud Bahamian.
Very, very beautiful.
And it's all conch shell.
very beautiful.
All conch shell.
So we definitely want to continue to talk about this and some other pieces I'm sure you're going to be able to share with us
Yes.
so that we can show everyone all of the beautiful things that you guys have here on sale. Just as we get ready to wrap up literally in 60 seconds, can we just have final thoughts from each one of you? Can we start, Mr. Smith?
Sure. Well, I just want to let the wider public know that the association is here. We are going to be reaching out to different stakeholders over the next couple of weeks to figure out how could we enhance the market? How could we ensure that all of our members, including the straw vendors, this is all encompassing. Everybody benefits from the developments and the progress that will be taking place in the next few months, especially with Celebration Key, where we've been talking to Carnival to see how we can ensure our members get a piece of that as well.
Okay, sounds great. It was wonderful to have you, Miss Major.
Thank you. And it is an exciting venture to partner with the association. Our ears are open, our minds are open, and we are ready to put boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. All right, turn the music on. I love it, I love it. So thank you guys so much for being with us. Of course, Miss Madhu, you don't go anywhere. We want you to continue to join us because we want to talk about Freeport Jewelers, and we're just so delighted to be here today. If you guys can have an opportunity to see everything that's in the room, you would be so taken and just in awe of everything that's here. So you just have to come down to Freeport Jewelers today. And if you're watching, come down to Freeport Jewelers.
Right now.
Come now. Come now so that you can see everything that's here. So we're going to be right back right after we have this break, and we'll see you on the other side.
I want to welcome you to Blue Bar. It is located in Bell Channel, right next to upstairs. I think that everyone in Grand Bahama should have this fabulous experience. We are the only bar stroke pub, and we have a beautiful view on the canal. That's what makes us special. Boaters can come up and enjoy our atmosphere. People can walk in and enjoy nice music, good food, great service. We want to encourage people to come down, even if they want to do a party or have a club meeting. This is an ideal spot for you. If you come in and there's a song you want to hear Kenny Rogers, you want to hear Sade, you come and you say to us, hey, can you play this? And we do that for you. We're here to please you. We want to invite you down to Bar Blue. You have to come and have this experience. We're a unique bar in Grand Bahama.
Welcome to Freeport, the reawakened, the reimagined, the rebirth, the Renaissance capital of the Bahamas. Over $1.5 billion in investments. Marinas, cruise ports, organization. Residential developments. We're putting the city on the map. Want to know more? Just log on. Your future is only a click away.
And welcome back to Grandma's Best Talk Show Focus Forward. I was listening to Alex singing in my ear.
I was trying to get her on board.
What was the
join.
song?
Happy Independence, Bahamas, Bahamas,
Okay.
Bahamas. I only could sing low and then it sounds good. If I go any higher.
That's what they tell you, huh?
If I go any, yeah, they tell me just sing quietly. Use your inside voice, Alex.
Inside voice.
In my inside voice when I'm singing. So
Okay.
I don't know if they want me to fill a certain area or they just don't want to hear me.
Probably the latter. But anyways, it's so good to be here with you guys here on Focus Forward. We are having a fantastic 50-second
anniversary, birthday,
independence,
birthday,
celebration,
Bahamas, Bahamas, Bahamas.
independence celebration of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So thank you so much for joining us. If you're sitting home and you're watching the show, you know, maybe you want to put on a blue t-shirt or, you know, put on something a little yellow, wave your little flag. This is the time for us to be able to get excited about our history and our heritage and who we are as a people.
See all the
And
colors
so,
going on? Did you
yes,
not
of course,
see?
you know, I even tried today. I did a little,
You know what? I'm
a little
very
extra.
proud of you. I
and,
love the little
you know,
bow. I love the little,
yeah,
you know.
I try to be able to embrace the Bahamian aura and, you know, because I'm a proud Bahamian.
And this is
I'm a
OMG
very proud
Couture.
Bahamian. OMG Couture on Settlers Way. You definitely want to go down there and be able to support that particular business here within the city of Freeport. Buy local, shop at home, and you can be wearing something like this from OMG Couture. Yes, those are so gorgeous.
And you know, they're light. They're light.
So gorgeous.
And so I can wear them all day.
I love light earrings.
And see the hair. I wanted to put a little spray blue in my hair and yellow, but Ken was like,
But you put on the
No.
blue glasses,
And
so
the
it
blue
works.
eyeliner was our makeup artist.
Yes, very gorgeous. K-Beauty. K-Beauty has you looking beautiful.
K-Beauty got the blue liner, the glasses. Is
Absolutely.
Thanks to the doctor. The hair is Kenna, but I couldn't get the blue in the hair. I'm gonna have to do it myself.
Well, I'm guessing that Alex tried. She did everything that she could to make sure that she represented today, and you did it well. All of the islands of the Bahamas.
Islands. Wait, did you
Absolutely,
see
where's Grand Bahama?
Hold on, let's find Grand Bahama.
I see the abacos are over here, so Grand Bahama need to be up here. There you go.
There it is. Right
There you
shoulder.
go.
I'm carrying it proud.
Grand Bahama.
Strong.
Absolutely.
Need to be on the shoulders. Yeah.
This lady is so much today. It's always amazing to be on the side of Alex. You guys don't know. You need to join us in the studio sometimes where we have this show. We need to do something like that. Let's do a live show and have some folks in the studio so that they could laugh at you because you're just really, really extra.
That's like one of our fans, Mr. Darville from West End. He's like, he's always watching. We gotta bring those fans in to watch us.
Yes, Mr. Darville, thank you so much for being a loyal viewer and supporter of the Focus Forward Show, and all of you that continue to watch each and every week. We appreciate you so much. So let's get into the segment, and we want to talk to, again, of course, you know, we have the beautiful and the accommodating, the very best host that we've had in a very long time on a live on location, Mrs. Loren Madu. Thank you so much for being with us, bringing all of the lovely and wonderful pieces. And of course, we're going to close the show just talking about all of this good stuff that's here. I saw her bringing out the boxes of Movadas and all that stuff. You know how I feel about Movadas.
I know, you like your Movadas.
My husband bought me one, and I had it for 12 years. And just recently, I would have exchanged it for another gift that he bought me. But she has some wonderful, good, great quality pieces in here. We want to talk about those. And of course, we've been talking about Mr. Leo Brown, who I originally would have met from the Art Lucaya show.
Okay.
Art Lucaya.
That's the first time you met Mr. Leo?
Freeport. Yes.
That's the first time.
I didn't meet him in the studio. I met him at Art Lucaya.
But the first time?
For the very first time.
For all the years he's been doing art?
Yes.
You've been a busy girl.
So I wanted to meet all of the artists at the Grand Bahama Artists Association. And since I was able to work with them, that is when I met Mr. Brown. Yes, yes. So very, very recent. But of course, certainly it's been a pleasure, Mr. Brown. And thank you so much for being with us. Of course, all of these beautiful pieces, the one on the side of you, we definitely want to get into some conversations about these. But I think we really want to start with the piece of the day, which is the International Bazaar pieces that is just right behind us.
Beautiful.
Just giving us this whole historic view of what we would have remembered.
Nostalgic, right?
Yes, and the detail, it's the detail for me. Do you see that little door? I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Do you see that little red door inside there?
Right there.
Remember what business that was?
China Temple, was it? That's right.
Absolutely.
I eat plenty Chinese food from the International Bazaar.
Yes, so did
you like
I.
upstairs or
So did I.
downstairs?
So downstairs was my preferred, but upstairs used to have a really, really good Singapore chow mein phang. Do you know what that is?
I do,
You
but
need
I
to
do
try it.
prefer the rice from downstairs and the spring rolls, the egg rolls I liked from upstairs.
But he caught even the door and the color of the staircase. Do you remember that? It used to be brown.
So, what's interesting about this, I don't know if the cameras can pick it up, because I was talking to Mr. Leo Brown just before we started. He created this painting which is dots and lines. No brush strokes, just dots and lines. And we talked to him, he'll tell us how long it took him to do this painting.
Please tell us, Mr. Brown, how long did it take for you to do the painting? And what was the inspiration behind it? Because we don't have the International Bazaar anymore. So why did you see fit to be able to take something like that and make it so picturesque?
Okay, I'll tell you. Well, I did the painting in '06. And it's very nostalgic for me and for a lot of Grand Bahamians and tourists and alike. And it reminds me of my childhood days. But when I was in primary school, my childhood friends and I, we would spend lots of time at the International Bazaar. And we would eat in the China Temple. And when we're done, we would go across the street by the Bahama Princess, and the food we didn't eat, we would feed the goldfish, because they had a little pond with goldfish, right? So that motivated me to paint that picture, because it reminded me again of my childhood friends.
And the time that you had.
Sweet.
And just the lush, I like the way you made sure all of these trees were in full bloom.
Yes, absolutely.
That was something that I remembered seeing in Port Lucaya, in the International Bazaar, seeing all the flowering plants. So, question, all the dots, all the lines. You painted in '06. How long did it take you in total to paint this painting?
It took me 2 years, but I worked on it 1 year for about 6 months, and then I took a break. Then the other year, I worked on it for about another 6 months and got it finished.
And you say just dots, you mean like just dots?
Yes, just individual dots.
For the entire painting?
No, well, the sky is all dots.
Dots.
Okay.
The flowers are all dots. The buildings are all lines. The pavement is all lines. So it's lines going vertical and horizontal.
I'm just saying, like this little lines like this?
Yes, just lines, yes. That's done with a palette knife.
Wow.
That's done with a knife. The lines are all done with a knife.
With a knife?
Yes.
Okay, see, I gotta wrap my head all around that. I never thought to think how paintings are done. I just think you just take a brush stroke and brush.
Yes.
But there's different techniques. And you know what's interesting? You have carved out your niche, and that whenever I see a painting,
Yes.
I can say, that is a Leo Brown painting.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And this, I saw it, that is a Leo Brown painting. And on the side of him, that is a Leo Brown painting. And she's wearing a nice dress, a nice bag. She's got nice shoes.
Bahamian colors.
Bahamian colors. So, and what is this painting?
Okay, the name of this painting is called Steady Sunwood. This is concept number 2. Epitome of happiness. So she's in absolute happiness, absolute joy. She's content with life. She's wearing the Bahamian flag colors. The blue represents the water, the yellow the sunshine, and the black represents the strength and unity of the people. And I like that word unity because not one of us have it all together, but all of us together have it all.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay, you're trying to vie for my vote too. Wow. You're trying to get my vote too.
She's making ministers around the table.
I'm
I don't know
doing
what's
it.
happening today.
We're doing it. And this also looks like all dots.
Well, the dots here are bigger. Let's use it with a knife, right? And then the bottom is done with the flat end of the knife. And her clothing is also done with dots. Her hair is done with the edge of the knife. So you have like 3 different
So you just ran out of brushes, Leo? I mean, what's going on here? Just decided, I don't have any more brushes. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a knife.
But I use brushes for paintings also.
I'm just teasing.
But yeah, I know.
I know. But I mean, is it that it came to your mind? You said, let me try it. It's something you've done before? Because I noticed you have a couple of paintings right now circulating in the artist scene with this technique that you've used.
Well, this this is sort of new. I've done it in the past, but not much, but I'm starting to do it again.
Okay.
And people are finding it to be very intriguing. So I'm doing more and more like that.
And again, how long did it take you to do this painting?
Now, this one would have taken about 2.5 months. From start to finish.
That's consistently working on it.
Consistently, yeah. That's
So
consistently.
can I just get into the mind of the artist for just a moment, because I'm not nowhere near as creative as what I see here. I'm going to be brutally honest, right? And it's so beautiful. But when you think about doing a painting and you feel inspired, do you actually visualize what you want the entire piece to look like? Like, do you see it in your mind, or is it where perhaps you know that you want to do something about a young lady that's embracing her heritage and her culture, and as you begin to go, you start to, create and make? What does that really look like?
Well, yes and no, because I paint the things I see. I paint the things I imagine, and sometimes I combine them both. So it might be a combination of what I see and what I imagine. This one's more imaginative, right? And this was a thought that I had in mind, because Lucaya had a theme this year called Steady Sunwood. So this was a part of that theme. So I did a painting based on that theme, right? So like I say, she's in absolute and complete and utter happiness. The bright colors is really reflecting how she feels, right? And she's walking up a path, and the Bible speak about the path to life. It's a narrow road, and only few find that road. And you could tell that she's on the right path because you see an aura of light around her. Right? So she's on the right path.
This is the story that comes out of the art piece, right? This is a story. And that's why they always say art is so subjective. You need to talk to the artist to find out what, like you said, what's in their mind when they created this painting. This was a tribute to your childhood. The joy, the happiness, and you actually, for me, today, you took me back there as well. And just remembering how beautiful and wonderful and exciting it was to go to the International Bazaar. But Freeport is evolving and changing, and though as great as that was, we know now that we are in store for greater. And this just also, being on a 52nd independence, this just makes me think, I still feel like I need to sing the national anthem.
Oh, goodness.
Steady sunward through the weather.
Okay.
Heights the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head.
Way to go, Alex. It wasn't too bad.
But it's a beautiful painting. The fact that he takes the time to do this and express himself.
Absolutely.
And he's an artist,
Gorgeous. Now, is this particular painting for sale? Or has this one been sold?
This one for sale. No, this one here's a private collection. That one I did to commemorate my childhood, right? And then this one's for sale with other paintings I have in the gallery.
Where's your gallery?
Yours our gallery.
That's right. Tell them exactly where to find you.
Yes, right opposite Sorbo's Greek Restaurant.
So we still need some food, and then we go buy some art.
Yes.
I've been selling my artwork from that location. This year makes 34 years.
34 years in Port Lucaya.
Congratulations.
So you're like,
this is home.
So you're like 10 years old. Now, I noticed you've also been doing some other things. You've been doing some paint and sips and things like that. You've just started doing that, yes?
But that's something I'm doing in connection with Carnival Cruise. So they provide the guests, and I give them some instruction and help them along the way, and they've been enjoying that. Something I'm doing for our guests.
Well, that is amazing, because again, here's Carnival. Sounds like a lot of fun. $3 billion worth of investments that's in our economy, that's trickling out to all of the different business. So yay to you for that.
It's coming all the way down. I love that. I love that.
Could we get this in a print?
Oh, absolutely. I have in all different sizes. I have prints of all of my work. And you could get them in all different sizes, all different prices.
Okay, there you go. We need to take a look at that.
We will.
We need to take a look at that.
Right after this show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. We truly appreciate it. And of course, we want to come back to you, Mrs. Madu, because listen, these pieces, I mean, I loved everything else that you had, particularly when we talk about the conch shell jewelry, but, Movado is like...
It's your first love.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And so just tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here, found right here in Freeport Jewelers.
Yes, absolutely.
And Freeport Grand Bahama?
Yes. In the Lucaya Marketplace.
I just wanted to give, the viewers a
a taste of what we have in the store. So just in general, you know, that we have male watches, we've got female watches. These are the necklaces that are trending now.
Stacking you were telling us about.
I was telling you about
So
earlier. So I
pretty.
just brought them on so you could see what they look like and how they would be worn. And basically, I would say that I want people to understand that Freeport Jewelers is a one-stop shop. You can find something here. Fashion starts here, from very simple elegance to something bold and beautiful. We have it. So I'm just giving a little taste of what we have.
You know what I like about when you come and look at the watches at Freeport Jewelers, they have the male and female watches side by side. I'm one of those. I like if I get a watch for my husband, I want a watch for myself. So I like the little matching watches. And I like that because they make it so easy because it's right there.
Right.
There's his, there's hers. There's his, there's hers. And there's Movado. There's another sleek line that you have in there at the front that I like as well. I'm like, oh.
What, Maserati? Is it the Maserati?
I think it may be the Maserati.
Yes, so that's what I have here. It's a line just for men, though. Yeah. A lot of lines are male and female, but this one is just for men. It's the Maserati watch.
I think
it's very big
You
now.
can come in and, like you said, you can look for all different things. If someone's having a christening or a birthday or an anniversary or your parents or retirement, you can find something here. I see if we looked around here, you know, during the break, you got handbags and different things. What are some things we've not seen on the table that you have in the store?
Wow. So much. We got pearls, we got rubies, we got emeralds, sapphires. We have the Larimar jewelry. We have initials. We got bags, wallets, belts. We have a lot. And we have a sale as well.
I like
the independence.
Oh, right, independent sailor.
We have a sale. We have a sale.
You're a sailor?
I'm a sailor. I'm a sailor.
Up to 50% off, and a lot of pieces can be, even the sale could be greater than that, so it could be up to 55% off, depending on what it is. So we have that on for independence. We have a gift with purchase, so if you spend $100 or more, you can get a free gift, and that's a free gift from male or female.
Greetings, I like it.
The free gift isn't just for a lady. You could get a free gift for a guy as well. So, and we'll do that up until independence.
All right.
Shop.
I love that.
What do? We buy local
And shop at home.
and invest in this economy.
Absolutely. This is all very exciting.
Birthstone?
So I'm a Pisces. I know the color.
Aquamarine?
Aquamarine. There you go.
Yeah, it's a
But
very
I can't usually find aquamarine. I think it's there's a more turquoise color. That's
topaz.
Yes. And so I can't find aquamarine most of the time. But I will come and look around in Freeport Jewelers.
We have it.
Oh, okay, there you go. One-stop shop.
I know she got sapphires.
One-stop shop.
I'm gonna look at the Movado. See how pretty it is?
It is very
It's
gorgeous.
looking just like the ring that I
is
tried on in
very
the
gorgeous.
first part of the show.
So now you can
And
have a
very
pair.
affordable.
I'm just we're
You
making
can
sure
get the
the
matching
husband
ring
can
with
see
the
it.
with
The
the
ring
Movado.
earlier, and now the watch that matches.
And the
I don't
Movados are
know.
20% off.
20% off
Yes,
on the
they are.
Movados.
20% off
20.
Movados and
It's
up to
just such a
55%
beautiful
up
watch.
until Independence on the jewelry here in Freeport Jewelers. We want to thank you guys so much for allowing us to be in your space, Freeport Jewelers. Mr. Brown, I mean, these wonderful pieces we've been feasting our eyes on all day. We truly appreciate having both of you join us. And of course, we want to continue to extend the invitation. We always want to be in the company of Freeport Jewelers and the incomparable Leo Brown. And so certainly we want to encourage all of you, please support our local businesses. Buy local and shop at home, and like Alex said, support
in this economy.
This economy.
That's it.
Because this is where we live. We are here, all of our families, everybody. We all live together. We're on one island. We live together. So let's support each other. And of course, we want to be able to keep these businesses going here in the Port Lucaya Marketplace. So much to offer: food, dining,
dancing.
Alex likes the coconut blessings.
Get the kids
and
into the
all
little
of that.
play area.
Yes, at Triple B's. So lots of things being able to happen out here during different times, and they're getting ready to ramp up coming into the month of July. So if you're looking for something to do, somewhere to go,
This weekend
you can
is
just come into the
entertainment.
Port Lucaya Marketplace, bring the entire family so that you guys can enjoy some things together.
Everybody.
And of course, there's something for everybody. So don't worry about your pockets. Pop a little something inside there and just come on down and enjoy yourself. Be able to support the businesses and have some good family-friendly fun. So I think we had a wonderful time today.
We did. It's
Very
so
happy about being
great.
at Freeport Jewelers.
Our
Just
host
so
was
wonderful and
wonderful.
beautiful jewelry.
So just a little shout out there. If you want to have us down to your store, you gotta beat what she's doing.
Okay.
You know, she was very wonderful with us. But who knows? We're on the road with the round table. And if you want to see us in your location, just go ahead and send us an email. Say, hey, I want y'all here at info@gbpa.
And we'll talk about it and see what we can do, because we love to be in the spaces of some of these businesses around the city of Freeport. You got something big going on and you want us to come out? Let's talk about it. Let's see what's happening and see how we can assist you. If you are a GBPA licensee, of course, and if you are not a GBPA licensee and you want to become someone that's an entrepreneur, legitimate here within the city of Freeport, give us a call, 350-9000 at the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Invest Grand Bahama and the Business Development Department would be more than happy to be able to assist you.
That's it. All right. Anything else you need to say?
No, that's it. Thank you for inviting us into your offices, your businesses, and your homes. Until next time, I am Glendina Sweeting.
And I'm Alex Thompson.
And we're informing you on the positive things that happen when you focus forward.
To Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. Like us on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau to stay updated. And drop a business card at the Grand Bahama Port Authority receptionist desk to have your business featured on our show. Tune in next Thursday, same time, same place, for Focus Forward.
Charlotte, I'm Garnell James. This is ZNS.
The fishing industry in the Bahamas brings in billions of dollars to the Bahamian economy annually. Behind these billions are the men and women quietly working the aquamarine waters. These fishermen depend on healthy, thriving marine environment to support their families.
I've been a fisherman from childhood. I grew up with my old man inside the boating industry.
Well, I've been a fisherman. I've been fishing different areas for about 30 years.
The Bahamas is renowned for having one of the most prosperous fishing industries in the Caribbean. Though the industry seems to be booming, fishermen are concerned about a decline in both the amount of fish and the size of fish.
Today and in the previous years, you would have to say, well, it's not the same. Say 10 years ago, fishing was very lucrative. You could have fished for 6 months. And, you come in with thousands of pounds. You could come in with 10,000 pounds. Now you come in with 3,000, 2,500 pounds. Sometimes if you have a good, you might come up with 6,000 pounds, but it's not like years ago when you come in with 14,000 pounds with lobster traps. So it's changed big time.
Bahamians can still reliably make a living off the sea, despite this apparent decline in fishery resources. A few years ago, Florida fishermen observed a gradual decline in the queen conch fishery. Without proper management, the queen conch fishery has collapsed in Florida and has yet to recover. Further south, in Jamaica, fishermen observed a similar decline in their marine life. To help protect the livelihoods of Bahamian fishermen, the Nature Conservancy traveled with the Bahamas Commercial Fishing Alliance and the Bahamas Fly Fishing Industry Association representatives to an international science conference in Corpus Christi, Texas. This trip connected experienced marine scientists, fellow fishermen from across the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, fishery managers, and industry leaders from across the region. 5 Bahamian fishermen participated in this Fisher Learning Exchange at the 66th Annual Gulf and Caribbean Fisheries Institute Conference. This was a rare opportunity for major stakeholders to sit at one table to identify issues and collectively suggest how to address these issues, to share lessons learned, and celebrate best practices.
When I went for the exchange in Texas, I hope to gain a lot of experience from other countries and what they're dealing with, so that I can bring back here to my hometown to say, well, these are what people doing in Texas or down in Guyana or Jamaica or whatever this is.
I had hoped mainly to learn some of the different techniques that they use in fishing, see what types of fish they fish for, and compare the ways they fish with them compared to the way we fish for the same species here. as well as I wanted to have an idea of what they had in terms of stocks in particular species compared to what we had here in the Bahamas.
They have a system called a tag system. You can actually track your product wherever it goes. So when they pack these stuff, each one of those fish has a tag. So wherever they go, in whichever part of the world that they go, you can actually track your product. And I think also it boosts the value.
The Bahamian group had the opportunity to speak directly with the fishermen from the Gulf Coast and learn about their daily operations, including the vessels they operate and sustainable fishery methods that they employ. Additionally, the group visited one of Texas's well-known marine protected areas, Padre Island, to see how it operates and the benefits of this designated area.
I always thought marine protected areas were very important, realizing what we have, what those guys had and don't have now, and realizing that we still have an opportunity to preserve a lot of what we have or not allow it to slip away from us.
After seeing what Padre Island had, I think that the Bahamas could do similar things to generate funds. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, with their own crafts, souvenirs, and you could turn them into, like print shirts and so on. Like, we have like Exumaland, Sea Park, like stuff like that. They have the shirts that you could sell, and they have them here. I think it can.
Well, we can use our straw market where we sell all these Bahamian-made wares and stuff, but we can do it at these marine protected areas. We can do it at on a much smaller scale, and we do it in an environmentally friendly way, but we allow Bahamians to sell Bahamian-made craft, again, in an environmentally friendly way, but we allow them an opportunity to profit in a real big way from this.
Establishing marine protected areas and performing other marine management activities are common internationally. In the Bahamas, the Nature Conservancy is working with conservation partners and the government to help protect the livelihoods of fishermen by researching which areas should be protected and consulting with fishermen and other stakeholders about how to protect these areas. All stakeholders, including community members, fishermen, and the government, must be actively involved in efforts to help maintain a healthy environment to ensure the sustainability of our marine resources.
We are lucky here in the Bahamas because what I've learned in other countries, like their fishing is like depleted, especially Jamaica and down in other parts of the islands. But here we still have an opportunity to sustain what we have here. If everybody would get together, work together, and try and sustain our fishermen. The way I feel now about the marine protected areas now, I think they're good, they're great. I mean, for example, Belize. Belize now is one of the number one place for nice, beautiful reefs. And, before that, years ago, it wasn't until they came together as a community and they made all these protected areas and they brought all the reefs back. And I think in some parts here in the Bahamas, if we do the same thing, I think a lot of our reefs that have been killed, after a while, if you make these certain areas a protected area, after a while, you see those reefs come back as well.
After my trip to Texas as a part of that fisherman's exchange, I think it is so important now for as many Bahamian fishermen as possible to take, whenever possible, those kind of trips, because there's so much that you can learn from fishermen from places and other places in the Caribbean as well as the Gulf states about marine protection, conservation. If you listen to some of these guys and some of the horror stories they tell about the fisheries in their areas, you would come back here feeling that it is absolutely urgent to put things in place now that would protect us 20, 50 years down the line so that we don't become like some of these other countries and let what we have get away so easily.
This July 9th, the heart of our nation beats at Clifford Park as we come together to celebrate 52 years of independence. Join us for a night of culture, music, and national pride. Live from Clifford Park on television and radio with the ZNS Network. The only station bringing you live coverage from Bimini in the north to Turks and Caicos in the south. It's a celebration you won't want to miss. So tune in on July 9th at 7:30 p.m. and experience independence the Bahamian way.
Come celebrate our 52nd independence at the Family Fun Day, July 10th at Clifford Park. It's a great afternoon of food, fun, culture, entertainment, national pride. Gates open at 4 p.m., concert time 6 p.m. 52nd Independence Family Fun Day at Clifford Park. Bring the whole family. Admissions free. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
See, I'm proud to be a Bahamian. I'm proud to be a Bahamian.
Breaking it straight, boys. Get on the back of the truck. Grab it, get hard. Pick up the drum. Do some sculling. Break it straight. Break it. Break it straight, boys. Let's go. Whoa, wake up early in the morning. We jump on the back of the truck. Me, Terry, and Rico, them. All of me just wake up. Let's go, Terry. Breaking it straight down the island, going from house to house. We flatten the pole, the top on the boys, the chicken south. We waking up, we straight here. We waking up, we straight here. We waking up, we straight here. Oh, we waking up, we straight here. Let's go. Oh, yeah. We playing domino downtown at Freeport bus stop. We also playing Nassau at Fortescue, McKinsey, Double Six, Partners, Young Six Star, Lotto Short, Waking Straight, Love One Road, down at John Bar. Hey, we waking up, we straight. Oh, we waking up, we straight. Hey, we waking up, we ready. Man, we sculling and we shaking. Hey, blue break. From Freeport to Renabo, off to San Salvador, the people them sculling and acting up for more. Homecoming, we got a time, they party through the night. The Waking Straight live band, they play till morning light. Hey, we waking up, we crazy. Hey, we waking up, we crazy. What's this for, boy? Oh, we waking up, we crazy. Hey, we waking up, we crazy. Let's go. Get up and start shaking. Watch the music we making. Throw your hands up high in the air and strut like you just don't care. If you like the body with Waking Straight, somebody say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Waking up, we straight. Oh, we waking up, we straight. Yeah, we waking up, we straight. Man, we shaking up, we shaking. Oh, back to back, belly to belly, counting and hold on. Waking Straight, going so far, we be sculling on the moon. D-R-B-K, the ancient spice and Gino. Let's go, Gino. Red, Elon, Iron, Dylan, Ronnie, Funky. Yeah, we waking up, we straight. Oh, we waking up, we straight. Down at the Gaza, Rick and Scream.